Hello my fellow anglers and fishing enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a truly intriguing day, Monday, the 8th of December 2025, right here in the heart of the United Kingdom. Now I know what many of you are thinking. Early December in the UK often means biting cold and potentially tough fishing, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because this day is going to be anything but ordinary for those who prepare. We've got a fascinating mix of challenging wintry conditions combined with a powerful lunar influence that could turn a slow day into an absolute cracker, especially for those targeting predators and robust sea species. Stick with me and I'll tell you exactly how to approach this unique day and why understanding these conditions will be your secret weapon. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to turn a potentially tricky day into a memorable angling adventure. Let's talk tactics for our prime targets for this chilly winter's day. Given the cold water, we're focusing on species that remain active and thrive in these conditions. Our top three for today are the mighty cod, the hard-hitting perch, and the resilient pike. First up, for our dedicated sea anglers, let's talk about the majestic cod. These chunky fighters are in prime condition during winter, getting fatter and more active. You should be looking for them around deeper marks, especially offshore wrecks, reefs, and rugged ground, where they can ambush baitfish from the shore. If you are fishing from the beach, target deeper gullies and areas with mixed ground. An onshore wind can actually be your friend here, creating turmoil beneath the waters and dislodging shellfish and marine worms, which attracts larger fish closer to the shore. For bait, traditional favorites like lugworm, squid, or mackerel strips are classics. My experience tells me that a slow, static presentation on a sturdy beachcaster or boat rod will be most effective. Next, for our freshwater warriors, we have the aggressive perch. These predators will feed all year long, and winter can be a fantastic time to target the bigger ones. Small perch tend to move in schools, but the larger specimens are often more solitary. Look for them around features like jetties, bridge pilings, drop-offs, and even canal beds, where they can ambush smaller baitfish. Since they'll be conserving energy, a slower presentation is crucial. Try small jigs with soft plastic grubs, tiny spinners, or a simple float rig with a maggot or worm. Focus on presenting your bait directly to them rather than relying on them to chase, especially in deeper areas tight to cover. And finally, the mighty pike. In these cold conditions, pike are not going to expend much energy chasing prey, so slow and deliberate presentations are key. Pike feed all winter long, and some of the biggest ones are caught during this season. They'll be holding in predictable spots, often deeper or near cover, so pinpoint accuracy with your casts is crucial. Try large deadbaits, either ledgered on the bottom or suspended under a float, presented slowly near drop-offs, weed lines, or submerged features. Remember, a smaller, easier meal is more appealing when they're conserving energy. Now, let's break down the conditions for Monday, the 8th of December 2025. Weather. Expect generally cold conditions across the UK. Air temperatures will hover around 4 to 7 degrees Celsius, which is about 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, dropping slightly at night. However, it will feel much colder due to potentially strong winds affecting all parts. We're looking at unsettled conditions with further showers or longer spells of light rain throughout the day and night. Little in the way of frost, fog, or snow is expected in this unsettled spell, but be prepared for blustery conditions. Atmospheric pressure will likely be fluctuating, contributing to the changeable nature of the day. These factors suggest that fish will be somewhat sluggish and seeking shelter. Water temperature. In fresh waters, expect temperatures to be cold, likely in the range of 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, 41 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Sea temperatures around the UK coasts in December typically range from 8 to 12 degrees Celsius, 46 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit, with some regional variations. This cold water means fish will be conserving energy, seeking deeper, more stable water where temperatures are less volatile. The lower temperature slows down their metabolism, making them less inclined to chase fast-moving baits. Moon phase. On Monday, the 8th of December 2025, The moon will be in a waning gibbous phase. Its illumination will be significant, around 75 to 83%. This phase occurs about 3 to 4 days after the full moon, or cold moon. Angling folklore has long suggested that the days surrounding a full moon, and even the subsequent waning phases, can trigger intense feeding spells, especially among predators. While fish can be wary in very bright moonlight, the increased gravitational pull seems to stir something in them, creating specific feeding windows, particularly during low-light periods like dawn and dusk. Overall fish activity. Considering all these factors, my friends, the general fishing prognosis for the United Kingdom on Monday, the 8th of December 2025, is challenging but potentially rewarding. It won't be an easy day, primarily due to the cold temperatures, light rain, and potentially strong winds. However, the waning gibbous moon offers a glimmer of hope for increased activity, particularly for hardier cold water species like cod, perch, and pike, which are in good condition this time of year. Dedicated anglers targeting deeper marks with appropriate baits and slow presentations could find some excellent catches. Expect a capricious to fair bite. The combination of cold, unsettled weather will make general activity challenging, pushing many fish into deeper, more sheltered areas, but the strong lunar influence could still trigger specific intense feeding windows for our target predators. So there you have it, my friends, a tricky but potentially brilliant day awaits. Get out there, stay safe, and remember, dress warmly and keep those presentations slow. I wish you all tight lines and ni hwasta, ni cheshui. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more expert tips, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this winter? What's your go-to bait for cold water fishing? I love hearing your stories and tips.